Tuesday, December 26, 2017, would be a post-Christmas treat in San Pedro, California. The first ever meeting between San Pedro and in-city neighbor Port of Los Angeles high schools in the opening game of the 10th anniversary of the San Pedro Pirate Shootout boys basketball tournament. San Pedro would utilize the catch-and-shoot skills of senior 6'3" forward Kalani Preston, and he obliged by hitting a three-pointer from the left corner. Then on San Pedro's next possession, he went to the right corner and hit from downtown a second time. Then on the third consecutive possession, the Pirates worked the ball around to Preston, and he buried a third straight triple from the left corner, forcing Pola to call timeout, and San Pedro led 9-1. Preston's marksmanship from beyond the arc triggered a huge scoring run by San Pedro, which was further enhanced by that stop-and-go mid-range jumper by senior point guard Daniel Lopez. The Polar Bears, meanwhile, struggled to find their rhythm offensively, and on this fast break deuce from junior guard Miles Price, San Pedro led comfortably at 18-3 with just over a minute to play, before Paula finally hit its first field goal on this three-pointer from straight away by senior guard Jose Rodriguez. San Pedro took an 18-6 advantage into the second quarter. Pola got an encouraging start to the period on the driving layup by senior guard Timothy Olamuje. However, the Pirates' response was swift, as Mikey Castaneda drilled a three-pointer from the very familiar left corner. The Polar Bears cut their deficit down to 21-12 on this triple from the right wing by senior point guard Micah Sardinian. From that point on, San Pedro wouldn't allow Port of LA to get any closer, as their defense tightened up, leading to easy fast break opportunities. Jesse March's rebound putback spawned an eventual game-breaking 17-5 run in the quarter by San Pedro, with all 5 of Pola's points scored by senior forward Austin Martinez. After Rodriguez missed the three-pointer, San Pedro continued to push the tempo, as Lopez scored on another long outlet pass from senior guard Tyrese Miller. The one Pirate that made the biggest impact coming off the bench late in the second quarter was senior guard Jeffrey Tucker, who scored 9 points during San Pedro's scoring burst, the last 3 of which coming from that familiar left corner spot. In the closing seconds of the half, Pola's best highlight came courtesy from Olamuje, an eventual All-City Division IV guard, as he beat Miller on isolation for a sweet one-handed floater. San Pedro carried a 40-24 lead at halftime, but the Polar Bears did not stop competing, as they worked the ball around to 6'6" senior center William Brady, who scored the first bucket of the second half on a nice feed from senior shooting guard Nick Scrumbus. The defenses of both teams ruled the roost in the third quarter, but Castaneda's layup with 5 seconds left off a great feed from Tucker gave San Pedro a 48-28 lead over Pola at quarter's end. Both teams were coming off demoralizing defeats heading into the San Pedro Pirate Shootout, but it was the more deeper Pirates who started off the fourth quarter with a killer instinct. This and-one drive to the hoop by 6'4" senior forward Christian Custard ignited a 12-0 run by San Pedro to begin the quarter. Custard scored 12 of his game-high 16 points in the period. Also having a stellar outing for the Pirates in the reserve role was Tucker, as he scored 15 points, pacing San Pedro to an extremely safe 72-35 cushion. In the closing minutes of the contest, Martinez found consistency with his stroke from outside, hitting a trio of triples en route to a team-high 14 points for the Polar Bears. Olamuje hit his first triple late and finished with 12 points for Pola, but San Pedro emerged victorious in this inaugural crosstown boys basketball showdown with a 72-44 victory. In spite of the loss, the Polar Bears nailed 8 three-pointers, with Martinez connecting on 4 of them.